All right, here we are climbing out of the shelter. Doing a little rock scramble. We got, so what we're doing today is 11 and a half to the next shelter because I'm gonna be staying with my buddy in Warwick, and he's a New York City police officer, and he actually works tonight, or today into tonight. So instead of trying to bust a big day, get there tonight, he'll be working. So we're just gonna split it up into 11 and a half today and then 10 tomorrow. And we'll roll into Warwick tomorrow, stay with him, and go from there. That's kind of our plan. So we left the shelter late this morning, took our time. It's probably left sometime after 8 from the shelter because 6.5 miles in, there's a hot dog stand. We're gonna stop, eat lunch, and then do 5 more miles after lunch to the shelter. So that's the plan. That's what we're doing. All right, here's just a view. If you look all the way down there, right center, that's the High Point Monument. So we were there at like 11 yesterday. So we've walked all this way since 11 yesterday. All right, here we are. We're on the boardwalk. This takes, I don't know, it's like 0.9, just under a mile of this. Then we go a little further, mile or so, and then we get, we should be at that hot dog stand and have lunch there. Then we might even have a surprise. So that's cool. Yep, nice little boardwalk. Wouldn't be Jersey if you didn't go to the boardwalk. Of course, it's a different boardwalk, but it's kind of appropriate Jersey has a boardwalk on the AT. And we got a beautiful day for the boardwalk. All right, here we are back still on the boardwalk, walking. Beautiful day. Get the birds chirping. Get the little water below us. Got a nice breeze. It's not hot. Beautiful day. Perfect day on the AT. And speaking of perfect days, I think it's a perfect day. A chill guy. Up here comes somebody. We'll have to continue this in a second. All right, now I can film. I had to talk to the lady with the dog. So what I was saying is, chill guy and I are going to be going home. We've decided today is such a beautiful day that we're going to end our hike here in New Jersey. After the boardwalk, we're going to try to get into Vernon, get to the hot dog stand, have some hot dogs, all that good stuff. Then try to get an Uber or ride into Vernon, get a place to stay. And then we're going to go see my friend tomorrow in Warwick. We'll go see him. And then we got to make arrangements to get home, fly home. And, you know, it's something over the last few days we've talked about. And there's somebody else up here, so I'll have to continue talking after we get by them. All right. Yeah, we'll continue here in a minute. Stand by. All right, I'm back. So we had talked about it because, you know, we had to skip some miles throughout the trail, and we were going to have to skip more to get down by our drop dead dates. So that he could get back to camp, I could get home for the vacation and get back to work. And so then we were gonna thought about just skipping, like trying to get back a little early, because he wasn't gonna be able to get back home till like maybe the second week of summer camp. So they have a staff week, then they have 6 weeks of summer camp, so 7 total weeks. And he wasn't going to be able to he was going to miss at least the first 2 weeks. So we were talking to some of the staff members this weekend at Nobi. And, you know, I think it kind of hit home. He wanted to make sure he was there for the opening of camp. Not only to make sure he was there for his fellow staff members to help out, but for the campers and stuff. And like I said, when he joined this trip, it was after dates were already set. He had no say on when we were going. Like I said, there were a couple other people that were supposed to go with us, but they unfortunately had to back out, so they couldn't go. So it was just me and him. And me, I've done a through hike, so like I don't have anything really to prove. I just wanted to be able to hike for a few months, you know. And since I had other friends that were going, I was just going to tag along with them. So, you know, I've learned a lot on this hike, and I think it's helped me have a different perspective on things. So today is, you know, we were going to wait till tomorrow when we got to Warwick. So we were going to stay at a shelter tonight and hike tomorrow into Warwick. But then it's supposed to start getting cloudy tomorrow. And then it's going to pour rain Wednesday and Thursday. Like at least a half to an inch of rain both days. And it's just not fun hiking in that. And I don't have anything to prove. He doesn't have anything to prove. We just want to, you know, have some fun. I mean, I know you got to go through some rain and stuff like that happens, but you know, when you're trying to beat a deadline and then you get bad weather, it's just like it becomes not fun. And being able to hike today in this beautiful weather, do a short day, I think this is the nicest weather we've had on the trail. As far as the temperature is just right, it's not hot. It was a little cool this morning. The breeze is not cold. It just feels good. And, you know, they always say don't quit on a bad day. Quit on a good day. So we're going to quit on a good day. Yeah, so... so for those that want to see us get to Katahdin, unfortunately we won't do that. But I'm happy and excited. Now what we got to decide now is whether or not we're going to tell our folks at home or if we just surprise them. Don't know. We got to figure that out. One reason we thought about, the other thing is this weekend coming up is Memorial Day weekend. My son is in the Marine Corps. He's actually coming home he's got a 96-hour pass. He's coming home for Memorial Day with his girlfriend. He's going to show her around Charleston. And so I was like, look, if I'm going to wind up having to go home early at some point, you know, go home early and get to see my son. You know, that's you know, my family's most important to me, so I don't get an opportunity to see him all the time. So he's going to be home. That's just an extra reason to go home this week. And I can surprise him like he surprised me on the trail. I'm not going to tell him that I'm coming home, so that when he gets home Thursday, I'll be there and I'll surprise him. Get even with him. That's what he gets for surprising me. I always win. I always get the last word. So, and it's Memorial Day. So he's in the Marine Corps. It's a weekend to appreciate everything that we have. Because when you look at all this and this beautiful day we have here and this beautiful trail and everything, it's thanks to all those service members that paid the ultimate sacrifice for us so that we can live free we can have beautiful boardwalks, we can have an AT, and we can have, people that get to go out and hike on the AT. It's all because of our service members, and especially those that have given the ultimate sacrifice. So in honor of this video be actually being posted on Memorial Day. So thank you to all those who have served, paid the ultimate sacrifice, and for those who put themselves in harm's way currently so that I can do stuff like this. So that's the big announcement. What we'll do is we'll do some when we get to the road and the hot dog stand and stuff, after we eat lunch, we're gonna try to get into town, get a place to stay, and then we'll try to do an update, and then we'll have to figure out, getting to Warwick tomorrow, if we're just gonna Uber there, or if we get my friend to come pick us up or whatever. We'll figure that out, and then we'll have to start looking at transportation home. And so today's Monday. I would assume we'd probably travel home Wednesday. Spend tomorrow with my friend, and then travel home Wednesday. And might even get a haircut and shave this crazy beard off before I go home. Really surprise the wife. So, make her happy. All right. So that's what we got. We'll tune back in a little bit later, maybe at the hot dog stand or in Vernon when we get in there. All right, here we are, the last .2. See that road up there where the cars are driving? That is New Jersey 94. And it'll take you into Vernon, New Jersey, which is what we hope to do after we eat, of course. So this is the last .2 of our trek this year on the AT. So this is kind of our summit video. We're gonna summit the road. There's a couple cows over there. There's a sign that says do not approach the cows. I guess they don't want to talk. They got their ass facing me. So much for talking to a cow today. There's no animals for me to talk to. It's those guys. Those guys don't want to even pay attention to us. So we'll go up here, find the hot dog stand, which I think is over there. And there's some kind of farm place. They got ice cream and stuff, and like cider donuts and stuff. So I don't know what we'll have. Definitely hot dog. I'm in a hot dog mood. I don't know if I want a cider donut. Okay, here comes some people. We got people. So I'll cut this off. Don't want to get the weird people on video. All right. All right, here we are, day 80, the Appalachian Motel, or as they say it up north, Appalachian Motel. We stayed here last night, got in. We had our hot dogs and ice cream, and then we got an Uber into the hotel, ordered pizza for dinner. Now we gotta walk on this sketchy ass road with no shoulder. Yeah. I'm trying not to get hit by a car. So what we're doing is we're walking about a mile to get some Dunkin' Donuts, coffee, and stepping on these little rocks. I'm in my camp shoes, because my real shoes, I went ahead and chucked those in the dumpster. Because I'll get my new ones when we go to my friend's house today. So I'll have new shoes to essentially wear home. I don't have to wear those disgusting, smelly muddy looking things I've been wearing for especially the last 2 weeks with the rain. I mean, those things are just, there's probably live cultures growing in those things. That's the one thing when you do a long hike that, is kind of can't control, is the fact that your shoes just get disgusting. And it's like, you can shower and all that stuff, but I think it takes several showers to like really defunkify your feet. New socks don't help. It's just your socks and shoes are probably the dirtiest things you have. You can wash a shirt, it gets clean, really clean, but shoes and socks just get worse and worse as time goes on. Walking through all the mud and sweat and rain and all that stuff. So anyway, I didn't want to bring those disgusting culture infested shoes into Dan's house. So I already trashed those. I'll just wear my camp shoes till we get to his house. So he's actually picking us up this morning between 9:30 and 10. He's got to take his daughter to school. So we'll go get our coffee, come back, hang out at the hotel until Dan picks us up. We'll go back to his house. And the goal today, got a couple goals today, is to get a haircut and shave this beard off. So maybe there'll be some video of that before and after. So we're going to shave the beard, get haircuts. We do have flights scheduled for tomorrow out of Newark. So tomorrow morning we'll head to Newark Airport. We'll fly home. We'll get home tomorrow evening about dinner time. We'll spend today with Dan at his house, spend the night at his house. And that's the plan. Maybe we'll show you some videos later on of the haircuts and that kind of stuff. But that's what we got.